So the new Xbox One Fluent Design dashboard and guide have been released to members of the Xbox Insider program in the Alpha Ring. I am one such member. So I'm going to give you guys a full tour, a walkthrough of everything that's kind of new in this new dashboard, and I'm going to give my thoughts on what I like and maybe what I don't like. What is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. And oh boy, we have a lot to talk about here. Big changes to the Xbox One. And the first thing you notice when you boot up the system, when you get this update, is the new look home. Gone are all the blocks on the side and below. Now you just have these small blocks on top and then a row for my games and apps and all the stuff here. But I actually like this. I'm a fan of minimalist design, so I like the fact that my image in the background is more visible. Hopefully they allow it to be full screen in the future instead of just kind of cut off at half. That would be really cool. And they'll probably add the avatars and maybe even dynamic themes down the road. I think that would be a great addition. Now, right here on the left-hand side, you'll see your most recently played game. So I had played Doom earlier, a game that my buddy Beastfire Tim Dog just beat. Shout out to Tim. So that's there. Then they'll have some suggested friend, maybe somebody worth following here, and some ad. So in this top row, it's cool that the game's here. I'm not a fan at all of suggested friends. I will never use that option whatsoever. This has changed because right now it says, hey, join your friend playing Rainbow Six Siege. I've seen that suggest friends and helpful tips. This actually is dynamically changes at times. I'm just not a fan of having that in there. I'm never going to just join a random friend on my friends list to play a game. I'm not going to ever join or add someone I don't know that the system is suggesting to me. So I wish you could get rid of it. But for now, I'll just ignore it. And, I mean, ads are ads. As long as they're an ad for a game or something, I don't really mind. I know some people do, but what are you going to do, right? So then you come down to here, and you have My Games and Apps is moved down to the bottom left. That's where you can access everything that your system has. And then it shows you 3 of your most recently played games. So it shows 4, because Doom would be 1, and then Rhyme, Mr. Shifty, and Spotify Music. Stay tuned because I'm going to have a video about Spotify later in the day. So you lose 1, because it used to show you your last 5, and then they added 2 ads here. One for the games with gold, for the sales and such, and then a dynamic ad here. This is for Xbox Game Pass. Like I said, I know some people will freak out about the ads. I'd never cared as long as it was a game related. Now, if this was a ad for Burger King or McDonald's or something like that isn't game related, Mountain Dew, Doritos, then I would have a big issue with it. But as long as it's keeping gaming, I don't particularly care. So, right off the bat, I am a fan of the home screen. I like it. I just wish they would let the image be full screen, and I would get rid of the suggested friends and stuff up here. I'm not a fan of that stuff. But anyways, that's this. But they added content drops, right? So if you press down on the D-pad, you'll go down to things that you can pin here, and you can keep on scrolling. So I have 3 things pinned right now. I have Rhyme, Doom, and my pins. Now, the pins have been changed before. You can only have 18 now, where I believe you used to be able to have 32. Kind of disappointing, although I didn't really use the pins that much, but I could understand why some people who have a lot of different things pinned might be a tad upset. So they changed that. But then they give the option to tag these blocks. And then when you tag them, interesting things, like this is all kind of dynamic, because when I was looking at it before, this Join Now, my buddy Pickamus Prime was over on the left, and it had a whole bunch of other like blocks in there. And then from here you can quickly get to the Game Hub right there. It'll bring you to kind of a redesigned Game Hub. Now they added this thing for progress, where you can look at your achievements in the game and stats. And yes, I have not finished Doom. I will though soon. And then if it has multiplayer, you'll find the looking for group stuff, social, which is friends and clubs and activity feed, and watch, which is like people's clips and things like that from the game. So you can go back out. You go back to here. Now keep in mind this is an early build of the system, so there will be bugs, and I do have one. So let's just pin a different game. So to pin something, I'm going to pin Mr. Shifty. Oh, and you can see this all dynamically changed. Except for the ad, I now have a suggested club, and my buddy Rogue is playing Mass Effect. So these things will change dynamically probably when you go into something and come out. I'm not a fan of either one of these being here, so I'm just going to completely ignore them. I don't care about clubs, and I don't care about friends I don't have, friends that I'm not friends with. So if you press start on Mr. Shifty, you'll see the new addition to add to home. So let's add that to home, and it'll be put right down here when it loads up. So you go down, and boom, there it is, Mr. Shifty now added. Along with my pins. Now you can have up to 10 of these, and not only can you pin games and such, you can also pin friends. So let's open up the guide, and we'll talk about this in a minute. We'll bring up friends. Oh, and look, my buddy, the one and only Beastfire Tim Dog, is online. So let's add Beastfire Tim Dog to home, and let us also add let's add Phil. Let's add Mr. Spencer to home as well. So we got both of them added, and let's see how that populates down below. Okay, so we go down, there's Phil. You can send him a message, invite him to party. I think that's his achievement that he has pinned, and it'll show you what he's doing. Same thing with Tim Dog. Send message, pin, invite to party. So you can add people, you can add games to this if you want. You can't currently add apps right now, so if I go to Spotify Music, if I press start, there's no option to add an app yet, so hopefully that comes in the future, because a lot of people watch YouTube, or a lot of people do Upload Studio stuff, watch Netflix, and I'm sure a lot of people would like to pin to this quick bar. Maybe that'll be added into the future. Now, if you want to edit it, all you can see in the bottom right hand corner is you can edit this block. And you can delete it, you can move it up and down or cancel. Now, the glitch I have, or the bug I have, is I can't move these up or down. It kind of hangs up and will hard lock, so I'm not going to be able to change that. But yeah, you can do that. Now, to delete it is easy. You just edit the block, press X to delete, and Mr. Shifty is now gone. So that is the new look, the dashboard, the home screen, with the content blocks underneath it. Interesting. I probably won't pin or too much content blocks. I'm not a gamer who sticks to one game all the time. I kind of move around. So I just kind of I probably will just have pins, to be honest with you. It'll just be the home screen and my pins of the recently played stuff, and that's it. I don't think I'll tag anybody or anything here. But the option is there for you to do. So the other big change is the Xbox guide. So if you hit the globe on the controller one time, it'll bring up the guide. And I will say, it is fast. It is fast to move around. The speed is very apparent here. But you'll notice that it is, instead of vertically orientated like it has been in the past, the tabs are now horizontally orientated. They also moved the corners. See there in the bottom right hand corner, the time, which used to be in the top right, is now in the bottom right. The game DVR, which you would hit with the window screen or select, that was used to be at the top. That's now at the bottom. So you have home, where you start here, and of course you can always access your My Games and Apps, the store, and the pins. You press the pins once, there's all your pins, which is fast if you want to just get in the next game. Here's your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 last things you played, and your gold. If you want to go to see what's on sale or whatever, get the free games, that's all right there. Now, one tab to the left will bring you up your friends, clubs, join a club, suggested friends. Interestingly enough, it does take one extra button press to actually see your friends, because the new guide is multi-layered now. So when you come over here to friends and hit it, it opens up a window within a window. So now you see all my friends that I have here. who's available to join for parties, and things like that. People are playing a bunch of games and stuff. So it opens up a window of a window. And then you go over once to start a party, looking for group. But they added tournaments down here. Of course, there's the achievement list. If you bring up the Gamerscore leaderboard, it'll bring it up. I'm not doing so well this month, as I haven't been since I got in the million. But that's a story for a different day. You go to the right, here's all your conversations with people. You can scroll down and see all your different conversations that you have. Then you got your mixer, the broadcast right there. And of course, all your settings that you can choose from, all the different stuff. Turn off, restart console. So the guide is snappy. You can move along it pretty damn fast. It just takes an extra step to get the friends. I'm not the biggest fan of that right now. I'll probably get used to it in the future. It's just a lot of this is like when with Microsoft, they change things so often. It's like when you're finally getting used to a design that they put out or a setup, they just go and change it again on you. So it's like you never get fully comfortable with something because they're always changing things. But I do like the speed of all this stuff. It actually feels good with no lag getting between stuff. So that's the new guide, right? The other thing that we can look at is the community tab. Now, they offer you more things to look at in a glance, because one tier here, you can see this is an achievement that my buddy Carnage has unlocked. This used to take up the whole row, would show you that, and then this one would be 2. So they added actually more information. Carnage unlocking achievement, my buddy Magnetron broadcasting on Mixer, Smirnoff unlocking achievement, Stallion unlocking achievement, people adding friends and stuff. But you can actually like filter this, right? To only see what you want to see. So I guess I have refreshed that, and more people are doing stuff. Oop, Stein has uploaded a new screenshot in Overwatch. Now you can click on that, and it'll take you full screen, and then you can tab over and see everything at full screen. I'll heart that. Stein's a good dude. And you can keep on tabbing over through all this stuff in full screen, just one by one. I like that idea. I like being able to do that. I'm just not necessarily right now a fan of the layout of all this, right? But if you go here, you can, customize how you want to see it, right? So I don't want to see any activity for clubs I follow. I don't want to see any activity for popular content. I only want to see stuff that my friends have done. And you know what? I don't want to see anything for games. I just want to see what my friends are doing. You apply that, and it'll be changed. It'll only show you what your friends are doing. So that's kind of the new look of Community. They're trying to show you more information at a glance, and giving you that kind of full look achievement tile. And She-Wolf. What is this? Is this a picture she did? Can't really tell. But anyways, that is the new Community. Now there's a couple other things that you can that were changed. So if we go to My Games and Apps, a lot of the look has been changed too. It looks a little bit different. You can actually multi-queue a bunch of games now to change settings, right? So I have a bunch of different. I got the internal hard drive. I have 2 external hard drives, and you can queue up certain things, like a whole block of content to transfer. Unfortunately, my external one is full, so I don't really want to transfer any content to the other one. But you can do that. I have tried it. It is pretty good. That'll definitely be useful when the Xbox One X comes out and when people get the hard drives for all that stuff. So Spotify is available, which I have tried out. Like I said, I'll have a video available for that as well. But yeah, so we have, it's and there you can see the home screen kind of crashed on me. And like I said, this is an alpha, the alpha tier, so you will, get some kind of bugs. Like I've already come across a couple. So to kind of refresh, I like the new look dashboard, the home. I like the way it looks now. I like the minimalist design. Hopefully they let us have full screen images. I like the highlight when you're scrolling over things. I think that's kind of cool. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of pinning things here because, and this is just my opinion, keep this in mind, I don't stick to one game all the time, and if I just want to see what friends are on, I'll just bring up the guide and look at friends. So the only thing I'm probably going to have pinned are the things I use all the time, or the games that I'm currently planning on playing. So this will probably be good for some people. For me, I'm not going to use it very much, but then I don't really use, backwards compatibility and a lot of features of the Xbox One. So, and the guide, I like how quick and fast it is to move around. It just takes that one extra step to get the friends. It's just going to take a little bit of time to get used to the changes because Microsoft is always changing things around. And some people will like it and some people won't. I've already seen people complaining about these ads on the front screen, but as long as they're an ad for a game, I have never minded. I just don't want to see McDonald's right there. So that's pretty much it, guys. Stay tuned later for a kind of video tutorial for Spotify Music, which was just added on the Xbox. I'm going to go through that. And with that, I'm going to say everybody have a good rest of the day. Thank you so much for supporting all the content that I do, watching all the videos, taking the time out of your day to check it all out. It really does mean a great deal for me. So if you enjoyed the video, if you liked the walkthrough, please hit that like button, support the channel, share out this with everybody, with all your friends on Twitter and social media, so more people can discover Randall Thor, the man with the million. And yeah, have a good day, and I will see you in the next video. Later, guys.